Welcome back. Today, the world celebrates International Day of Women and Girls in Science with the theme Synergizing AI, Social STEM, and Finance, Building Inclusive Future for Women and Girls. And today in the studio, I'm being joined by great women in the science, should I say industry or sector, to discuss about becoming a scientist and staying relevant, challenges women face, and the possible way out. I have Dr. Mrs. Flora Omeje. She's coordinator OWSD Go Uni branch. Dr. Omeje, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And Dr. Chidima A. Okafor, former coordinator OWSD Go Uni branch. Dr. Chidima, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start off with this. We are celebrating women in science, scientists, and it goes like that. What area of science do you specialize in? The both of you would just start. I'll start with you, Dr. Chidima.
Okay, my area of specialty is food science.
Food science, and you?
Okay, reproductive physiology.
Okay, so what initially drew you to study science?
Okay, for me, it was looking at during my my junior secondary days. You know, there was a science school very close to us, so we watched them, looking beautiful in their lab coats. So I look at them as problem solvers. So I got interest in it, and, I said I must be here. I must do science because I want to be a problem solver.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, Dr. Chidima, what really shaped your own earlier experience for this, choosing a career in science?
Well, to be honest, I actually wanted to be a lawyer, so art was my first interest.
Okay. So, what happened?
Yeah.
When did the switch happen?
Then in my SS1 classes, I took both science and arts subjects, and then I realized I was doing a lot better in sciences because science was really interesting. You have to know the how, the why, how things come to be. But arts was more like not easy because you had to do a lot of cramming, who said who to what and what occasion, and things like all those big socialism, I have to cram that. Then I realized that science was a little bit more interesting because when you understand the mechanism behind each story, you can solve problems around that and you come out with interesting findings. So I think that created my interest.
Okay, you just make it look so simple. Are you trying to say you did not encounter barriers, venturing into the scientific field? Because normally around this environment, when you say, oh, you're a science student, people are like, oh my gosh, it's hard, it's this and all of that. So what was the experience like venturing into that field of science for you? I'll get to you, Mr. Omeje, after Mr. Chidima. How was it for you?
The reality, it wasn't easy, in all fairness. But I think the one thing that helped me is the fact that you always had the understanding that I can do it. If others are doing it, then I can. And, that willingness to try. I saw a lot of scientists, aunties, relations who were scientists and were doing great. Those were the days of Dora Kunyeli, and she was well known in the industry. And I'm like, wow, I want to be like that woman who is actually creating impact and helping the lives of Nigerians. So in fact, that was what even told me down to wanting to study food science. And today I'm a food scientist. I had the opportunity to meet her in NAFDAC, give her a handshake, and I felt fulfilled. So having a role model to look up to was also a good strength.
They say dreams always come to pass.
Yes.
Okay, so you, Mr. Omeje, how was it for you? Mrs. Omeje, how was it for you navigating the field of science? And did you even get to experience gender-related challenges when you ventured into, because there's always been this thing, it's more of guys in the science industry, they have the brain for it, they have the composure for it. More women, okay, just do something a little bit simpler. How was it for you? Okay, you didn't encounter that.
I didn't at all. My dad was even the one that was, when I told him this is what I wanted, he said, fine, very good, you can go. But my mom actually was like, she's more of the, you're a girl, this and that. But, I had family support. My dad was there encouraging me, all those. So no challenges at all.
I love that. So what strategy, Ms. Chidima, or Mrs. Chidima rather, what strategy have you developed to balance a career advancement with family and just personal life?
Okay, that's a good question. Thank you. I think one of the strategies I've found that is one, like I've mentioned earlier, having a role model, someone you look up to, and trying to identify what makes them successful and tap into their wealth of knowledge. But basically, because we are women and we have to take care of our homes, I've also been able to understand that we need to plan ourselves and take it easy a day at a time. Try to be as articulate as possible. So for example, when the kids are in school, you have more time to attend to work and research and try to achieve much.
Okay.
Then when they're on holiday, you have more time for family. So being able to structure your life and your calendar in such a way that you can achieve things during the free times, and when it's time for home, then you give home the full attention. Then take a day at a time, let go certain things, give yourself realistic, simple goals. Somehow they all add up at the long run.
Okay, so during the introduction phase, I talked about challenges. I said that we're going to talk about rather challenges women face. So what specific challenges do women in the scientific field face? Right, Mrs. Omeje, just go over that with us.
First will be financial constraint.
Financial, I didn't see that coming.
And then we also have, cultural limitations, whereby, just like you said earlier, whereby women are not, perceived to, be strong enough to go into science. And then there is this harassment, sexual harassment, and all of that going on in the school that could discourage women. And also, there are a lot of them.
Could you just elaborate the financial challenge exactly? What does it entail?
Okay, because it's actually believed that science is very expensive. Researches are, very expensive to run. So, most women don't, go into it because of the money part. You spend millions trying to do a research. So it's something that, limits women. The men are there, they feel like, okay, even the money that we have is okay to spend it on men, for things. So that's actually it.
Okay, so Mrs. Okafor rather. So what personal strategies have you found most effective in overcoming gender-related challenges in your career? Or do you face it? Because it's food science that we're talking about. I feel like we would see a lot of women there. I know we have chefs currently, a lot of male chefs everywhere.
Thank you, yes.
But just looking at from the angle that you or where you are at Go Uni in your department, what's the percentage of women to men or men to women in that department?
Men to women, I think we have a fair balance in 50-50 for my department, because it's
for
a combination.
Food science.
Okay, no, my department is biological sciences.
Okay.
It has different programs in it.
Okay.
And Godfrey University is a great school because they create opportunities to empower the ladies and also the men as well. So one thing that has helped me to face this challenge is collaboration, trying to reach out. The truth is, where they say when you work alone, you can walk fast. And when you work together, you really go far. So some of these challenges and weaknesses I've faced, I've been able to overcome that with the help of mentorship, trying to find good mentors in the field who guide you not to make the mistakes they've made. And you also try to carry the younger ones so that they don't also direct their paths rightly. Then collaborations, where I have a weak point, I try to partner with her, like Dr. Flores, okay, can you help in this area? And then together, we're able to push through that. Then, of course, the truth is that we understand our place in society. So we're not saying what the man can do, he can do it better. We're only saying, please come, let's do it together so that we can make more impact. So that has helped overcome a lot of strategies. And the men are always willing to help if you are supportive.
All right, more strategies to come. We'll just go on a quick break. We'll be right back shortly. Please stay with us.
Thank you.
All right, we are back and better. So, Mrs. Omeje, tell me, how do you envision the future of women in science and what gives you hope for the future?
Okay, the future is bright because I think that women are coming together more now to collaborate, unlike when they compete among themselves. So there is hope. There is hope for the women. We are coming together. There are organizations, springing up to, support women, to enlighten women. So there is hope.
All right. Do you think there's any policy that should be implemented to help women in science, move forward? Is there any policy that you have always had in mind? Oh, if I get into government, I'm going to put this.
Exactly.
So what would that be?
Family-friendly policies, maternity leave,
I thought you had that already, maternity leave.
maternity
Is it not enough?
For instance, you're studying.
Okay.
Maternity leave is given in work environment, but while you're doing your research in school as maybe a PhD student, you go on maternity leave. You can't possibly carry pregnancy and all of that. So and then when you come back, you have to pay school fees for maybe a year that you didn't even do anything in. And so it discourages women. So if there will be family-friendly policies, childcare support system set up, affordable ones to take care of the women and their babies while they are in the lab and all of that. So it's going to really make a great change.
Not just any, it's lovely innovation. All right, Mrs. Okafor, your last words before we let you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The words are to encourage the nation, the world to continue to invest and develop women, because they say when you train a woman, you train a nation.
Yes.
And every woman should understand that they are beautifully and wonderfully made by God for a purpose. So together we can do it. Let's keep pushing. Challenges and disappointments are not the end. They're only an opportunity to do better. So our prayer is that ladies should rise up, face the sciences, build themselves, develop themselves, and we can have a future that is inclusive of ladies, which is a key part of growth in every economy. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Okafor, Mr. Omeje. Thank you for coming. I would say that the future is science, and the future is science. I think that's just it. The future is definitely science. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for staying with us on the news today. Do follow us on all social media platforms at AFI TV Official. I am Norma Aniwene. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.